For all of your sports in Lorain, keep your TV tuned to TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
For this evening is going to be sung by Jalila Azario.
From Lorain High School. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to a very special sports presentation on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, and today, Facebook Live. Yes, a great big hello to all of you that have dialed in on Facebook Live as we are here at Lorain High to bring you a very special day of basketball. It's Lorain High School's Unified Special Olympics basketball tournament for 2018. Tim Elkhorn with you. I'll be joined by guests throughout the day. Joe Bach manning the camera. And what a special day this is here at Lorain. It will feature 4 basketball games involving Lorain's team. And obviously there are clubs that have made the trip over to Lorain High that include Max Hayes, John Marshall, Lincoln West, and Rocky River. And today's first game is going to feature Lorain High taking on John Marshall. And as we move along throughout the day today, we'll tell you all about the rules as far as a Unified Special Olympics is concerned. Basically, they play under OHSAA rules, and there are 3 Special Olympians and 2 regular education students per team. So 3 Special Olympic players and 2 regular education players per team. First game today features Lorain taking on John Marshall, and we are underway. Now the game will be a 30-minute running clock, and Lorain with the first shot up that's no good, but Lorain able to grab the basketball on the rebound, but they lose it down there, and out of there with it comes John Marshall. So we'll get you some names and numbers as we get rolling here. As deep in the corner, a shot from John Marshall is off the mark. And then a foul on the rebound. And that will put John Marshall at the free throw line. So right now, let's go through Lorain's starters as I kind of look at them just as you do on the video. For Lorain, it'll be Jeremy Sislowski. Also out there for Lorain is Dalen Dower and Zach Evans, along with Keandre Davis. And let's see if I can pick up that 5th Lorain starter. It's Sonny Smith. So again for Lorain, you've got Dalen Dower, Zach Evans, Jeremy Soslowski, Keandre Davis, and Sonny Smith. For John Marshall, shooting 2 free throws right now is Devin Ellis. Also out there for John Marshall is Cody Williams. And I don't have a number for one of the guys out there. Also, Justin Mondry. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And let's see if I can spot player number 5. Both free throws missed. Out of there with it for Lorain High is Dalen Dower. Just underway. And at the other end, we got a shot from the baseline. That's up and in. Very well done by Keandre Davis. So Keandre Davis with the first 2 points of the ball game. And Joe Bach gets a shot of that Lorain bench. You'll see Matt Killian doing the coaching over there, along with Brian Clark and Eddie Hall. And, of course, Matt Killian on John Rossitano's staff. There's a steal out front from Dower, who drives and scores. So Dalen Dower with his first 2 points, and Lorain is up by a score of 4-0.
Yeah, look at Matt over there, animated as he is. Look at that.
I love it.
I do too.
Absolutely. Very cool. On the right wing, a 3 ball is up. That's no good, as that was Gage Froberg missing that one for John Marshall. So again, there's all sorts of basketball here today, as there's a steal by Justin Mondry. Mondry to the other end unloads a 3 ball, missed it, and out of there with it comes Lorain.
I think Killian and Clark have been busy last couple weeks.
Oh my goodness. And again, Lorain High just has electrified Lorain County with this unbelievable tournament run in boys basketball as the Lorain High team turns it over. By the way, I should have asked Joe, does this Lorain team go by Titans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Titans turn it over. But yeah, the whole Lorain County community is just a buzz talking about Lorain's varsity team in boys basketball. Final 4 bound. Left wing 3 ball off the mark. Out of there with it comes Dower for Lorain. Dower to the forecourt, had it knocked away, but he's able to grab it back. And now a shot from the foul line is good by Jeremy Soslowski. Nice job, Jeremy Soslowski. 6-0. Lorain has jumped out to the lead. At the other end, 3 ball up, no good by Devin Ellis. And Dower has it for Lorain High. Flips it down the floor to Zach Evans. Evans bounce on the right side, driving and missing the shot for Lorain was Sonny Smith. So here comes John Marshall into the forecourt. Out front, long 3 ball. That's an air ball that simply goes out of bounds. But yeah, it was Saturday night, March 3rd, that I sat in this very chair here at Lorain High and did Lorain's first tournament game as they took on North Ridgeville. And if you had told me that night, Tim, a couple of weeks later, you're going to be in the Final 4 with this Titan team against Columbus, I'm not sure I would have believed you. Not to take anything away from Lorain, but it's been an incredible run. Shot from the baseline, no good. Basketball went out of bounds off John Marshall. It's a running clock. Each game scheduled for about a half hour. This is Lorain versus John Marshall. Lorain today will also play Max Hayes, Rocky River, and Lincoln West. And we'll have all of them for you right here on WLCS TV 20. And again, Facebook Live. So a great big hello to all of you out there on Facebook who have dialed into Facebook Live. Left of the lane, scoop and a score. Nice shot there by Justin Mondry. So Mondry with his first 2, and now there's a steal by John Marshall. This is pretty cool for these youngsters. As we have a travel, yes we do. Dalen Dower had reached in, tried to knock that ball out. And now we got fresh substitutions coming in for both teams. So for Lorain High, they see Jeremiah James entering. Also entering the ball game, Tyshawn Lighty. Boy, I had the thrill of calling a lot of his football exploits for Dave McFarland's football team. Joe Bach, I do not have, oh, there we go, Savon Chavis. The number out of order. Savon Chavis. Talk about a guy that played some football. Also out there, Maya Thomas. and Isaiah Robinson. So I think those are Lorain's 5 new bodies out there.
And Savon, by the way, has the highest GPA on the football team. So he's a true scholar athlete.
Layup, put up and in. First 2 points of the ball game for Isaiah Robinson. So Isaiah Robinson gets into the scorebook. 8-2, Lorain with a 6-point lead as they're taking on John Marshall here at Lorain High. By the way, Joe, thanks for inviting me in to do this. This is a pretty special moment for me. I enjoy this.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool thing, and I couldn't think of anybody better than to have you.
And I love how
you were able to adjust your schedule accordingly.
I love how the gym is pretty full over on the opposite side. The band is here. It's really neat to root these kids on. There's a steal for Lorain High. Tyshawn Lighty throws it down the floor, wide open, and the shot up no good. Put back up no good. Rebound put back up and in, though, by Savon Chavis. Hey, you mentioned that highest GPA on the football team.
That's great.
Wants to attend college on an academic scholarship. Well, there's a nice scoop, but the shot was missed by John Marshall, but they keep it alive. Matt Killian telling the guys, keep your arms up defensively. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it went off Lorain. Again, 4 games. We'll have them all for you. Well, Joe, you've been busy yourself. There's a steal by Lorain. And heading to the other end, Tyshawn Lighty laid it up and in. So it's a 10-point lead now for the Titans.
Yeah, last week was 72-hour week. Because in addition to the 2 games, we had a play, a musical, and
John Marshall with a putback off a miss makes it 12-4.
And I was there for not only that, but they had a cast party afterwards with a video, and you had to coordinate that. So yeah, it was. I'm pretty beat.
Got an official timeout on the floor. 72 hours. Boy, I wish my week was that short.
There you go.
Got a timeout taken. Again, Lorain leading this one by a score of 12-4. And for Lorain High, I'm keeping score up here. I've got 6 different guys that have scored.
That's
great. Pretty cool. Dalen Dower with 2. Tyshawn Lighty with 2. Jeremy Sislowski with 2. Keandre Davis has a bucket for 2. Isaiah Robinson has a field goal, and Savon Chavis. So 6 different players have scored for Lorain High. 12-4. And again, not only do we compliment the players that are here today and everybody involved, but the officials. They took time out of their schedules to get over here today, and you can see they're kind of helping the kids out there. Runner in the lane, up no good. Off the backboard, out of bounds. Basketball belongs to Lorain. So here comes Tyshawn Lighty into the forecourt as he comes up the left side. Finds an open player down low, and the shot is up and in for Robinson. So Robinson becomes the first Lorain player with 4 points. Isaiah enjoys playing basketball, playing on his Xbox, eating pizza. Well, that's a trifecta right there, isn't it?
There you go.
Hey, Isaiah, I'm with you on that. Well, I don't play Xbox, but I love watching hoops and eating pizza. Just look at me. You can tell I enjoy eating pizza. John Marshall with the basketball. Lorain with a 10-point lead. Turnaround shot missed, but John Marshall keeps the possession alive. Oh, a nice block down there as the pass was knocked away by Savon Chavis. And here comes Robinson into the forecourt. Oh, how about Robinson with some nifty moves over there on the sideline. Robinson comes right down the lane. Short shot, good.
Wow.
How about Isaiah Robinson putting on a show and a little bit of a celebratory dance by the Lorain team as they head to the other end. And that will end the first quarter of play. Look at the big hug for Isaiah Robinson from Matt Killian. That was cool to see. So a good start to this ball game for Lorain as they jump out 16-4. Isaiah getting a lot of congratulations over on that Lorain bench. Joe Bach, that may be on the WLCS TV 20 highlight reel.
I think it will.
A little bit of a nifty in between the legs dribble and then a stutter step, took it to the lane and hit the teardrop. Pretty shot by Isaiah Robinson.
Yeah, I think they shortened because it's supposed to be 15-minute halves, 30-minute running clock, 5-minute break. I think they shortened the first half to 10 minutes because we had actually all our teams were late arriving, and we had to adjust our schedule accordingly. So probably I'm guessing the second half would probably be 10 minutes as well. So why don't we take a quick break here, and because it appears to be halftime, and we'll be back with the second half right after these messages.
All right, 16-4, Lorain at the half. We're coming right back on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Here we go, second half about to get underway at Lorain. Good first half for Lorain as they have a 16-4 lead over John Marshall. Tim Elkhorn, Joe Bach from WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Well, what a special day here at Lorain as it's the Unified Special Olympics Basketball Tournament. Lorain will be playing 4 games. We'll have them all on WLCS TV 20. John Marshall with the basketball to start the second half. Again, a 10-minute running clock. So this second half should go by pretty quickly. Lorain led at the end of the first half, 16-4. Isaiah Robinson with some nifty moves for Lorain. He had 6 points to lead all scorers. Here's a shot from John Marshall that's off the mark. John Marshall in those bright red uniforms, and Lorain in the Titan blue, the dark blue. Blue shirts, blue shorts, white letters and numbers. For Lorain, I think this is the first we've seen Glory Gonzalez. Good to see her out there. Glory is a senior, planning on attending college to become an athletic trainer. So it's good to see her out there. And also, first we've seen Jacob Stern. Jacob with the ball right now. And Jacob feeds it out front to Glory Gonzalez. And Joe Otero. So some youngsters that didn't see some action in the first half are now going to play in the second half. Otero with a missed shot, but Lorain keeps the possession alive. As Jacob Stern throws it down low, and the shot is up and good off the glass by Andrew Swearman. That's the first we've seen Andrew on the floor. This is a really cool event, I have to tell you.
Thank you.
All right, we got a drive and a bucket. So, Joe, we've got a special guest with us now.
I see that, yeah.
Are introductions necessary?
Sure.
Well, tell everybody who you are there.
I'm Dan Blatt. I'm an intervention specialist here and teach several of these students that are on our Special Olympians for our high school MD program.
Dan, talk a little bit about this tournament and really the preparation, the planning that goes into it, but also how special it is for these kids. Pardon the pun.
No, it's a great event. The kids have been looking forward to it. We've been in planning for the hosting of this event for well over a month, gosh, a couple months now. Lots of pieces and parts. A lot of our students made the signs and everything to welcome everybody here. They're obviously out there cheering. And our athletes, just to be part of something like this is just something really special. As you can see, the student body's behind them 100%. And it truly is pretty good basketball. The Unified Special Olympics is made up of 2 regular ed students and 3 Special Olympians to have a more of a competitive game. And they just love to be part of it. And then our students get to interact with students that they normally wouldn't. And so it's a win-win for everybody. It's great for Lorain. It's great for our students. It's great for the community.
I love the crowd support. Was that Glory that just hit that shot?
That was Glory that just hit
Very
that shot.
cool. Glory Gonzalez with a running shot off the glass. But I love the atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of it.
This is what we were hoping for, and it's exceeded our expectations for sure.
John Marshall with the basketball. Boy, it's been a good ball game for Lorain. They lead it 20-8, and again, Lorain will play 3 more times today. We'll have all 3 of those on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. But you were talking about the competitiveness of Glory, but really all these kids, you can kind of see where they're competitive. They're getting into this.
Absolutely. Like I said, they've been preparing. This is actually our 3rd tournament. So we've been at John Marshall a couple times. We played these same teams, so we really know what to prepare for. And we're going to have another tournament at the end of April against Rocky River. There's Javon Hodge with the drop.
Rocky River here today, along with Lincoln West, Max Hayes, and again, this game featuring Lorain and John Marshall, as a shot is missed from the left wing by John Marshall. The other thing that I want to do, Dan, is have you talk about the passion that Matt Killian, along with Brian Clark and Eddie Hall, bring to coaching. I mean, they are up, they are involved, they're passionate. It is fun to watch these guys coach.
They're unbelievable, and I'll tell you what, getting them involved was one of the best decisions that we made because they're just wonderful human beings and really have embraced our students. And also it allows our scholars to interact with adults other than the ones that they are used to seeing on a daily basis, because there are 5 MD units here in our building. And so it's wonderful to see them interact. And, you know, a great example is, hey, Mr. Blatt, can I play this? Can I play that? And I was like, well, I can't answer that because I'm not your coach. So they truly are their coaches, and they work with them and practice and run plays, and it's great.
Again, you're hearing from Dan Blatt as he joins us here as part of the broadcast on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Lorain taking on John Marshall. There's a shot in the paint by Jeremy Sislowski that drops through. Jeremy's got 4 points here today. At the other end, the 3 ball is up and missed and saved in, yes, but it goes to Lorain. Savan Chavis has it, got it to Zach Evans, and down the floor, the shot missed by Sislowski. We talk about Matt Killian along with Brian Clark and Eddie Hall, and you can see where those who are involved in this game are very coachable. I mean, it isn't ragged basketball out there.
No, it's competitive, and that's the whole goal of Unified Special Olympics. They do have the same rules as OHSAA. Obviously, the running clock's a little bit different, but you know, they also are starting Unified Track, which has started up as well, where they're going to have the same thing. They'll have typical students and Special Olympians competing on the same team in a competitive nature.
Shot up good and a foul, so a chance for a 3-point play at the other end for John Marshall. Now, how often do the teams get together, or the team here at Lorain, as far as just practicing and kind of working on some things? How often does that occur?
Not as often as we would hope that it would, because these tournaments do happen during the school day. But we've done some practicing. We arrive early to games. When we can get down to the gym, we come down and run some plays. My students actually, our seniors actually work at the Boys and Girls Club learning job skills 3 days a week. And they get a little practice in there as well. So we just do what we can.
Well, the practice time may be limited, but boy, it's productive, because as I said, you can see where, I mean, there's plays being run. I mean, it's not just guys scrambling all over, and young ladies that are playing as well. They're not just scrambling all over the place.
Absolutely.
Shot from the free throw line off the glass, no good. And then Vincent Turner, haven't mentioned his name yet today. Vincent Turner had the putback attempt, but it got blocked out of bounds. Now, after today, I know there's 3 more games for Lorain to play following this John Marshall ball game. But after today, are there still more tournaments, or will this do it? Or?
There is one in Rocky River at the end of April. I believe April 26th we'll be traveling to Rocky River to play these same teams again.
I hear that Rocky River game's a big rivalry game.
It is a big rivalry game. It is. They've got a lot of younger players that get out there and give it their all. So there's definitely some coaching adjustments that are going on during that game, but always a lot of fun, and they're a great bunch. Give you a little heads up, there may or may not be a technical foul from Coach Clark during that game.
He gets a little animated and a little passionate.
He does get a little animated.
And now Matt Killian has some new players at the scorer's table that he wants to get back in the ball game, and I love that aspect of it as well. That everybody plays, everybody gets an opportunity. There aren't players that are sitting there for the entire game. Everybody's going to get involved, and everybody gets their opportunity.
Right. And that's the great thing about it, and that's why we brought the coaches in. Worth noting that Coach Killian and Coach Clark are actually going to be traveling to Columbus on Friday to coach the varsity basketball team for Lorain. So all good things happen here at Lorain.
Boy, Joe Bach and I were talking about that earlier. Just the amazing run by the Lorain boys in high school basketball. It's just incredible. It's taken the entire community and the county by storm. And again, nothing against John and Matt and the entire staff and the kids. I don't think anybody saw it coming.
No, no. But it is a great thing, and it's just great for this community. You always hear a lot of the negative things about going on in schools, but there's so many positive things going on with our staff and scholars in this district that people fail to see. So hopefully when we travel down there with huge crowds, they'll get a better sense of the community and the pride here in this community.
Well, I had the pleasure and really the privilege of calling the 2 regional games on WEOL, and it's been a long time since I've seen a fan base as energized as the Lorain fan base was down in Akron for that St. Ed's game, and then Saturday in Toledo for the Toledo St. John's game. I mean, the sound was absolutely deafening. And I'm sitting there with headsets on, so I can't imagine what it was like, just to the raw ear, because I'm cushioned somewhat when I'm wearing headsets. And I mean, the sound was just fever pitch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's nice looking around here today. Not only do we have our scholars in there rooting them on, I see several parents and community members here as well.
Well, there's Isaiah Robinson. That young man has had an exciting game here today. He's got 8 points. He likes to do a little razzle-dazzle out there.
He's all about the dribbles. Always asking me if he's going to be the next Michael Jordan.
He's fun to watch. Down to 20 seconds to go.
Get it out of there. Put it in the...
Joe, you talking to me?
I'm sorry.
So we're down to 9-8-7. So it looks like Lorain's going to win this first ball game as they are up 26-11.
And this is our first win against John Marshall. So this is big. The athletes were hungry for this win, and by God, we got it.
That's neat. So game 1 of 4 today, and Lorain is going to come out on top 26-11. Isaiah Robinson leading Lorain with 8 points. Well, we'll say it's 26-13 as John Marshall gets one final bucket to close out the ball game. So a nice win for Lorain as they top John Marshall 26-13. Lorain led at the end of the first half 16-4, and they coast home to the 13-point win. Again, Dan, congratulations on this. This is just outstanding. And
I had a lot of help.
Kudos to you and everybody involved with putting this on. This is just a tremendous event here at Lorain, and as you said, it reflects so well on the school and the Lorain community as a whole.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. Dan Blatt coming up and joining us here on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television. Joe Bach, any final thoughts before we get ready for game 2?
Yeah, hopefully we can get these. We got a couple technical gremlins here, but I think we'll get them straightened out for the next game. But until then, we'll take a break and and we'll catch up with the next game, which I believe we're on schedule is.
Are they flip-flopping? Will Max
Yeah.
Hayes now be next?
I do believe so. So we'll see. So we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the next game.
On WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.